Welcome to the Millcreek Government Channel. I'm Judy Zelina, and I wanted today to talk a little bit about an organization that many of our viewers are probably familiar with. We have enjoyed for years the beauty of Frontier Park, and there's an organization that really is kind of behind that with different programs and just keeping up environmentally and so much learning of trees and environment. And that organization is called, well, we know it as LEAF, and that stands for Lake Erie Arboretum at Frontier. Here to talk about some of the programs and all the new stuff that they have going on this year is the director, Shar Machina. Shar, thank you so much for joining us on the program today.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And again, Frontier is so beautiful, and you guys are behind the whole thing, aren't you?
Oh, yes, we are.
So first off, Lake Erie Arboretum at Frontier. What is LEAF, and why was it formed?
Well, LEAF is, as you said, it stands for Lake Erie Arboretum at Frontier, and it was formed back in 1998. Dan and Kathy Dahlkemper had seen arboretums in other communities and said, why can't we have one? We should have one. So they did a lot of work with Mayor Sabacchio at the time and researched different parks to see which one would be the best place for an arboretum, and it was really their millennial gift to the community.
So it's been around for a while. Mm-hmm. Okay, and now I know there have been improvements to Frontier Park. I've seen it through the years. You know, I do take the grandkids there. We just go for a walk, and also to many of the events. What were some of the improvements that through the years that LEAF has done for the park? Well,
the park is actually owned by the city, but LEAF is responsible for the improvements, and it's about $2 million worth, actually. There have been bridges replaced and new bridges put in. The Patricia McCain Amphitheater, that lovely spot where we have our concerts. Cascade Creek has been revitalized and worked on, restored, cleaned up. There's a virtual tree gazebo, the labyrinth, there's a willow sculpture, there's so many things. The pathways that you walk on are all widened from what they were originally. Okay, now I know in 2012 you built an education center. What do you do? I mean, what was the need for that? What was your vision on that? Well, the Education Center is a lovely, airy, bright classroom, and that's really what its purpose is, to be a classroom so that LEAF can have activities all year round. Before that, we were really restricted to the weather, as you can imagine.
Right.
So by having the classroom, we're now able to do programs year-round for kids, for adults. We also rent it out, so it's a community asset as well.
Well, you rent it out. What would somebody rent it out for? What would they use it for?
We've had a lot of different things. We've had class reunions, we've had weddings, we've had birthday parties, a lot of birthday parties, particularly in the winter. People have sled riding parties, things like that. So it gets a lot of use. We sometimes rent it 2 or 3 times in a weekend.
Oh my gosh. Well, how many people can fit in this? How big is this?
Well, our maximum capacity, I believe, is 81. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure why 81 over 80, but but seated with tables. We have 10 tables. We have, I think we're going to have about 80 chairs eventually. Mm-hmm. So you can seat 50 people pretty easily in the building with the tables.
It really is, it's beautiful, because I have been down there, and like I said, I do like to come down to a lot of your programs. That's why I wanted to get the word out to our viewers of everything that you do have to offer for the community. So, but you were talking about educational programs that you're doing at the center. What are some of these programs?
Couple things that we've been doing, one for a number of years, is in the summertime we do drop-in Tuesdays, and this is nature-themed programs. It's a free program for kids ages 4 to 8 approximately, and each week it goes for about 7 or 8 weeks, and each week we have a different topic. It could be creepy crawlies, so we're studying bugs, or my life as a tree. Last summer we had bats. So the kids will do an activity, you know, just a story time and singing. And then there'll be a lecture of sorts, but geared towards the 4 to 8 year old level about a topic, and then they'll do a craft that's related to it. And if there's time and the weather's nice, they'll take a little walk through the arboretum.
Now, how do we find out about some of these programs?
Our website, and we have, we're very active on our Facebook page as well. So everything is listed on those. Another new program that we started just this past winter is for the younger kids. It's called Little Leaves, and one of our volunteers runs, they do singing and movement. So once a month, singing, movement, and a craft, and just parents love the opportunity to get out of the house during the winter months and socialize with other kids, especially for the younger kids.
Now, do you have to register for these?
No.
Is there a cost involved?
No, those are both free. Those programs are free. Some of our other programs that we do for adults, we do charge. We have just started a third Wednesday workshop. And each Wednesday, well, once a month on the third Wednesday, we will offer different programs. We've had bonsai trees, we've had winter birds, just a variety of different topics that we think appeal to an adult audience.
Now, are these programs during the day, or are they in the evening?
The ones for children are typically during the day, but the ones for the adults are in the evening on a...
Well, good, because
yes.
I can't get there till the evening.
7 p.m. on Wednesdays.
Okay, so. And that's every third Wednesday of the month, and it's a different topic?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How long do they usually, is it about an hour or so?
Hour and a half, typically, yeah.
Depending on how many questions.
The topic and how many questions, certainly. We're planning on photography, one on, I'm trying to think of all of them throughout the year, just a lot of different topics.
Okay, now also, again, you're talking about the different events. You conduct a lot of different events through the year, don't you?
Well, we have a few. I think it's a manageable number.
I was looking on your website, and there are an awful lot. You know what I think is so great about this? There's something for everybody.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I don't care. Like you said, from the smallest to, to grandparents bringing their grandchildren, there's something for everyone.
Yeah, we start the year with our Winterfest, and we were very fortunate this year. It was snow, which doesn't always happen, and it wasn't too cold, so we picked the right weekend. But Winterfest is our, in the wintertime, get out, be active outdoors.
Tell me what you do at the Winterfest.
We had a outdoor scavenger hunt, and we had hay rides, and actually it was a wagon ride, not a hay ride, but a wagon ride, and we had ice sculptures, and then inside we have movement. We had a little kids yoga, and we had some singing and dancing, so just trying to keep people moving throughout the year. And the Sons of Lake Erie were there, and they are very supportive of Leaf, and had a little ice fishing demonstration.
Did they really?
So it was really fun.
Oh my God, they are great, aren't they? They honestly, they get kids at a young age and get them interested in fishing. They have so many free programs through the year. Like they come to your different things. I know they've been there in the summer too.
They also,
well, I mean the fall.
Yeah, they're usually there for our Leaf Festival, but they also coordinate the Cascade Creek cleanup every spring, which we really appreciate. Yes.
Oh, that is really nice. Okay, now you've got a lot of summer activities going on. Okay,
our big summertime activity is our fundraiser. It's called Arbor Eatem, and that's where we have different restaurants providing one dish, and the park is closed for that event. And there's music and fireworks, and it's really just a fun event, and that's a fundraiser for us. But in addition to that, we have concerts every Thursday, pretty much through July and most of August. So it's about 7-8 weeks of concerts down in our amphitheater. What else do we do? We do so much. In the fall, we do the Leaf Festival, which is a more educational. While Winterfest is outside and active, Leaf Festival is very educational. We get different environmental groups and nature groups having displays.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the Arboretum because I'm all about food. Here, okay?
It's delicious.
Now, is it held usually the same time every year?
Yes, it's. I believe it's August 22nd this year.
So it's in the end of August every year.
Yes.
And do I have to get a ticket? Do you purchase a ticket,
yes.
or can I just show up and pay?
Well,
admittance?
we're getting close to being sold out. So
are you really?
Yes. We had about 500 people last year. So
there's a lot of us that are all about food.
Well, it's just a fun night. You're outside, and we had an art show first, and you're outside, and there's a lot of people and there's beautifully lit, and the bands are great, and the food is wonderful. So it's really
Food is wonderful.
It's a fun evening.
So if you haven't got a ticket, I mean, hopefully when you see this, there'll still be some left. But
Yes, they'll be available in July.
okay, and so make sure you get your ticket. It really is a great night, and the food is really good too.
Yeah, we really appreciate the restaurants for doing that for us.
I know.
And
It's the whole community coming together, which I think is really great. We're talking about movies in the Arboretum. Do you have a schedule of movies yet that are going to be coming in 2015?
yes, there will be two. The first is July 31st, and it's going to be Despicable Me 2. We did Despicable Me last year, and it was a big hit. So
Oh,
we're
of
gonna
course
do
that is.
Despicable Me 2. And then I believe the second one would be 2 weeks later on August 14th. And our idea is perhaps to get audience requests. So see what everybody coming to the first movie wants to see at the second
Oh,
movie.
that's a good idea.
So I think that's our plan. Could change, but I think that's our plan.
For right now. And then, okay, this is on your website, and honestly, Shar, I am not familiar with this. Didn't know how to pronounce it. Had no idea. I thought it had something to do with a frog or something. It's called F-R-O-L-F.
Frolf.
Frolf.
Right.
See how I kind of thought a frog was involved?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. What is Frolf?
Frolf is frisbee golf. If you can
Nothing
imagine,
to do with frogs, people.
No. But if you can imagine setting up a course
All right.
throughout the Arboretum where you throw frisbees. I understand this is a very popular thing to do. Personally, I've not done it, but we have a board member who loves it and who's willing to take it on, and we appreciate that.
Is this something new? Or have you done this before?
We've done it in the past.
you?
We're going to try and organize it perhaps a little bit better this year.
Okay.
So set dates throughout the summer months so that people can plan on it.
I'm trying to figure this out. Is there like the pole there, and do I throw the frisbee, and if I...
You throw the frisbee to a location on the course.
All
so
right.
You're going to say it's a circle.
See, these
you're
people
gonna
that have played it are saying, I can't believe she doesn't know what this is. Well, I don't.
You're going to try and throw the frisbee to a certain, and you've got to work your way around the course like a golf course.
I think that would be fun.
You need to come and do it with us.
Well, it'll be
I'll call
interesting
you.
because I have no hand-eye coordination, and you don't even want me on a golf course, so this should
Depends
be...
on if you can throw a frisbee.
Okay. Now, I do want to talk about the Leaf Festival, and it is in September of every year. I missed last year's, but I try and get there every year. Tell our viewers what they can expect if they come to the festival.
Well, the Leaf Festival really is a educational program, but it's a fun one. So you don't really know you're learning, but you're having a good time. And we have a lot of the environmental groups are there. This past year we had the Woodmobile from Pennsylvania. You got to go in and see all this information about Pennsylvania hardwoods and how they're utilized, how the wood is utilized. But we also had different groups there educating about nature, the trees, but as I said, in a fun way. We had a treasure hunt. We would go around and look for different trees throughout the Arboretum. We had music. So it's a educationally but fun day.
No, it is very educational. The one year, I remember the first year I'd gone there, you also, I'm trying to think, the Master Gardeners had a composting, someone talking about composting, and
Right.
and just while you were, after listening to the explanation on composting, how to compost, they handed out free compost bins. Well, I was in heaven. Again, educational. I had no idea that this wonderful bin was out there, and I was able to get it through a grant for Millcreek Township, the recycling. So I ended up taking a bin home, and my daughter did too, and we're trying to fit these in the car. But the point is, had I not been there, even though I'm involved with recycling, I really wasn't familiar with this bin, but the Master Gardeners did such an excellent presentation, and we've brought that program right into Millcreek also.
And Leaf did a program on similar to that about a year and a half ago. My husband went, now we have a compost at home. So I know it's...
See how it happens?
It happens, yes. It's so, yeah,
They get you right in. They just reel you right in. So, and then also, what I think is so great is, especially for the younger ones, learning about different trees.
Yes.
Because you always bring that into your festival. I remember the one year, it was something they had to go and find different trees and then color. They had to do some coloring, match the tree with the coloring or something like that. But my grandkids loved it. And they learned without even knowing.
Well, when we had our scavenger hunt this past year, it was about finding the different trees from A to Z. So you had, and we have a tree from A through Z throughout the Arboretum.
Do you really?
We do. So that was really fun to see if people, and we had put little cards by the trees so that they were learning about the tree, not only just finding it, but they were learning about it.
They saw the name of it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what's the X tree?
Oh, dear. That wasn't fair.
Okay, you have to come to the Leaf Festival.
I can tell you the Z, but not the...
Well, I want to know the Z tree.
It's the Zelkova.
Zelkova.
Yes, and it's right at the front of the entrance on 6th Street to the parking lot. There's a big Zelkova. So I know.
This is why I love having you on the show, because I learned something new. Now, honestly, as many times as I've been there, I've never noticed the Z tree, and I probably walk past it every time.
It's very big, and it's one of the things I've learned since I've been at the Arboretum. I wouldn't have known that either, but now I know.
Okay, all right, now I know after this show. Now, do you guys have memberships for Leaf?
Yes, we do. We're just, we have not pushed them recently, but we are actually starting a big membership campaign this spring. A lot of people have said they'd be willing to be a member. They just didn't know we had a membership option.
I know. I honestly didn't either. I just thought you just go to these things and everything appears.
Yeah, it does help us support the activities that we do at the Arboretum, so it's important to us. And we do offer some benefits such as discounted rental of our facility and discounted charges to attend some of our workshops. And one of the cool things is that we're a member of the American Horticultural Society. So if you're a Leaf member, you can get discounted or free admission at other arboretums throughout the country. So it's one of the great benefits.
Now I know also when I walk around and I look at, I'm just walking around, I see the trees, there are plaques there. Didn't notice the Z one, but there's plaques there.
I'll send you a picture.
Tell me about those.
Well, we have many ways of honoring or memorializing people at the Arboretum, and you can purchase a paver or a bench, but you can also adopt a tree. And the ones with plaques have been adopted. So people will get together and donate in memory of someone, and they can pick out which tree they want. And we put a plaque on it that has the Latin name, as well as the who it's donated in memory of or in honor of, and from whom. And so you'll see those throughout the park.
Okay. Also, when you're at the park too, there's walking paths, but there also is, and I find this so interesting, is the labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Okay, the labyrinth. And tell me how that came about.
That was a gift from the Carrie T. Watson Garden Club, which we really appreciate.
It's beautiful.
It's a very meditative site. So
yes,
people who walk the labyrinths are there for personal reasons or just to enjoy a beautiful setting and take some time for themselves.
Well, when I was there with my family and we were walking the labyrinth, to me, I just thought it was kind of a maze. But on your website, I learned a whole different aspect of it. It's really, there's really no right or wrong way to walk it.
No.
It's to bring peace. and meditation and grounding. I thought that was really interesting because here I am thinking it's a maze and I'm running around with the grandkids. I was doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
So you have to come and see it. It really is, and it's also beautiful. They even tell you become very quiet and centered, you know, and have a mindset as you start walking the labyrinth.
Yes, we're very appreciative that we have that there.
It is beautiful. It really is. There is so much there. Even the creek, just walking down by the creek, that is just so peaceful to sit there and, you know, bring a sandwich and a bottle of water and just reflect and enjoy the peacefulness. Yeah, there is. You really have done a wonderful, wonderful job. Now, Shar, I know that there's a lot of work involved in these events and also with the cleaning and improvement. How important are volunteers to your organization?
Well, I think every organization, nonprofit, values its volunteers. For us, where we need a lot of help is groups will come and help us do park cleanup, which is really important because, as you can imagine, at the end of winter there's sled pieces and all sorts of stuff, debris that's there. Also in our programs, particularly like the Drop-In Tuesdays, there's looking for volunteers always that help us with those programs because many hands, when you have a lot of kids there, it's always very helpful.
And you have some sponsors too from the business community, don't you?
They do sponsor our events, yes, we really.
And who are some of those sponsors that you have right now?
Oh my, you're going to put me on the spot here. Erie Insurance has underwritten our educational trunks, which I haven't mentioned.
They've always really been a
but
big.
We have educational trunks that are available for teachers, homeschoolers, that Erie Insurance has underwritten. Our Arboretum, the media has supported that, as well as some groups, and I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But I know like sponsorships and volunteers are so important, and they are the ones that are helping with the success of LEAF also. You know, you probably have a lot of future plans, don't you, for the organization? What are you guys looking to do? Because you always have, there's always has to be something new.
Yes. Well, one of the fun things we're working on, and I hope it'll come to fruition fairly soon, is GPS location. We have the location of all of our trees that have the plaques, but we're looking to get that to become interactive, so it'd be on our website or with a phone, I can't think of the word I want.
Like an app, you would
yes, so they could go and find the trees throughout the Arboretum that you're looking for, so being able to identify them through a GPS location.
I like that.
So when people come in and say, can you tell me where my grandfather's tree is, you can give them the exact location and they can find them instead of saying, well, go down to the path and take a left and things like that. We also are interested in maybe doing some nature play areas and improving some of our walkways still.
Okay. It is beautiful. And I know every spring probably, I know just the snow's melted and I'm looking at my yard. I couldn't imagine the work involved in the whole park.
Volunteers really help us with that cleanup, and we will have a groundskeeper this summer, which we're excited from the Gaming Revenue Authority. We got a grant. So we're going to have a part-time groundskeeper who will keep that looking much better than I can do myself. It's not my forte.
I'm sure you would do a good job. Okay, if anyone is looking to get a hold of you guys, where are you located?
Well, we are in the Education Building at 1501 West 6th Street, and we have a great website that we're actually working on to make it even better, I think, www.leaferie.org.
Okay, and if they have any questions on anything that we've talked about, how can they call you? What's the number there?
They can reach me at 453-5323. I am there part-time, so I will call you back if I'm not there. Plus, email's great, leaferie@gmail.com.
Okay, and also, Shar mentioned that they are on Facebook.
Yes.
So make sure, look them up on Facebook, like them.
Yes.
And then you'll be up to date on everything that's going on.
We put everything we do on Facebook, so it's a great way to find out.
It really is. This social media, it's a whole new world, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just sign up for our e-news as well.
Oh, okay.
You can do that on our website because we don't abuse it, but we use it.
Okay. Sure, thank you so much for joining us, letting our viewers know a little bit more about what you have going on down there for this year down at Leaf. And again, it's always a pleasure, and I learn something new every time. I learn that there's a Z tree, and I'm going to see what the X tree is.
Yeah, I will let you know, and thank you so much for having me.
Okay, viewers, if you have any questions, please feel free. Check out their website, give them a call. Until next time, thank you for watching the Millcreek Government Channel, and have a wonderful day.
You're watching the Millcreek Government Channel, powered by WQLN Public Media.